What's going on, YouTube? We're here with episode 2, I believe. We're doing the pipe builder on a budget. So what we're going to be doing today is just going through the list of things you're going to need. I'm trying to condense it as simple as possible because, again, I keep forgetting we're doing this on a budget. So I have to always remind myself to only pick items that I had when I first got started. So number 1, I had a drill press. There's no way around it. You're going to have to get a drill press, otherwise you could probably do it without one, but you're going to be using a hand drill at that point. And at that point, we're going to be running into a safety issue. So I have an industrial size drill press. It's about as tall as I am. You don't need one. You could just get a tabletop drill press. Just make sure there's enough clearance between the table and the actual press system, because you're gonna have to obviously you have to lock in a vise. So you have to get a vise. You can get those for probably $5 to $10. Just get a wood one. Don't get the big fancy ones. Wood ones are pretty small. They're only probably like an inch to an inch and a half in height. Next thing you have to get is your material. So I've been stating most of the time that we don't need to go with briar. You can go with any form. I didn't touch briar until I basically thought it was of the level deserving to use briar. That was just a personal thing I had. You don't have to. You can go right into briar if you want. I don't care. Again, I'm in Canada, so it was a little more money for me to jump to briar. So I wanted to make sure when I did it, I was prepared and ready. You're gonna have to get obviously drill bits. There's no way around that one. You're gonna need some specific sizes, like 5/32, 5/16. You're gonna need to get a Forstner bit. Probably get a 1-inch Forstner bit. That's for facing your drilling points. That way we're all nice and flush. You're also gonna need to get saw holes. That's the secret to this whole project. That's the one thing we're gonna jump right to, because I didn't figure out saw holes and it kind of like clicked in my brain. So probably about 1.5 years in, I'm like, why didn't I think of that? So this is a saw hole. They're primarily used for door handles. They got this really cool hole in the middle that you fit I don't even know what size drill bit is, but it will make everything center around that. So that's gonna be the secret to this building a poker to the proper proportions. If you can swing it, get the kit. It's just everything buying in the kit is just cheaper in the long run, but if you're just gonna basically be banging out some cool little pokers, then you could basically get away with just buying the pieces. So we're gonna do 2 versions. We're gonna do the Mega, which is a 2-inch saw hole. Now remember to make sure your material is gonna have enough clearance on it. Like this block would not work for this. And then your shank would be 1/2 inch. The Mini, which is the one I'm going to do because they just look so clean and elegant, and they're okay for clenching. Because if anybody watches me on Instagram, I'm a clencher. I'm always working with a pipe in my mouth, whether I'm cutting the grass or in the shop. So mine's going to be 1 3/4 inch, and then the shank's going to be 7/8. Just proportionally and look correct. You can do whatever combination you want. Totally your call. The other thing we need to do is we're going to need to get a spade drill bit. Yes, you could buy them ground, but this is pipe on a budget, so it's cheaper to buy them this way and just do it yourself, and let me teach you. We'll be turning this guy into our actual chamber bit. The other thing you have to get is a pre-made stem. You get tapered like that, or you can get a saddle. We're doing poker, so I'd probably go with saddle. It just looks a lot cooler. You can get these at Vermont Freehand, which you're gonna have to do anyway, because of course we are going to be using tenon cutters, and the only place to get a tenon cutter is Vermont Freehand, to my knowledge. So buy these together, especially if you're in the States. I don't think shipping is going to be too bad. And then in that case, if you decide you want to do briar, then buy yourself a briar block. Get an Ebashon. Don't go crazy with the block. Just get something nice and cheap. There's nothing wrong with Ebashon. This is Ebashon. The other thing we need to do, you don't have to buy one. You're gonna have to find a bench a bench grinder, because that's how we're going to grind this down. I was thinking of that after, and that's something we don't have that you're going to need to get. Or find somebody, if your grandfather or your dad or your mom or somebody, your neighbor has one, say, hey, can I use it for 5 minutes? It's not going to take that long to do this trick. And once you do it one time, you won't have to do it again for a long time unless you're banging out pipes as much as I am. The other thing is we're going to need to get 2 files. So I had an option here. I could make you guys get a sander, or you could do it the hard way, which is with file. But because we're doing this on a budget, files are the way to go. They're cheap, they're durable, they're long-lasting, and they're pretty much idiot-proof, because to make a lot of damage, you gotta move quite a bit of material and actually like put some force behind it. So you're gonna need 2 bastard files. One of them will be round. Get a longer one, probably like, I wanna say 10 inches. And the other one is the big bastard file. Don't drop them. This guy. You can, if you want to get the sander, get a 1-inch belt sander. 40 grit sandpaper is what I use. It's awesome. But this is going to be really for refining our shape. And because we're going to be rusticating these pipes, they don't need to be pretty. The last tool you're going to need, and I was trying to find a way to avoid it, but there's not really a way to do it. I'm trying to think of a way to simple rusticate our pipes, because we're not gonna. Actually, you know what? I'll leave it up to the people. For the individuals who are gonna do this with me, or people just want to comment along, let's do a general vote. Do we want to do a smooth poker, or do we do a rusticated? Since we're on a budget, smooth probably the way to go. I'm obviously partial rustication. That's all I do. I'm pretty good at rusticating a pipe. So that's going to wrap up this episode. To my knowledge, I went through everything we need. That's all I got. So I'm thinking we're going to drop videos once a week. That's how we're going to do this, just to kind of make it span out, because realistically these videos are under 10 minutes. I can bang them up pretty quick and probably get this rolling. Next video is going to be lining up our blocks, so that'll be one to really pay attention to and watch it 2 or 3 times. I'm pretty quick at lining up blocks, only because I have a couple different ways I cheat to do it from art class and design class. So I'll be sure to take my time. I'm probably gonna, so probably next week it'll be up, probably Tuesday or Wednesday again. But yeah, vote in the comments, or you can message me on, I don't know if you can message on YouTube, message me on Instagram and let me know smooth or rusticated. We'll take a tally, and then come the next week, I'll announce what the overall was. We'll just do clean cut. We're not gonna do percentages. But yeah, I guess subscribe. Is that the thing? Take care, guys.